want to say shalom. I'm here at the First African Baptist Church here down in Savannah, Georgia. This is my uncle right here, Pastor James Wesley Carr. He pastored this church back in 1907. So just wanted to show you guys here some history here. So this is the church that have ancient Hebraic writings here. But I just want to give you a little history that you won't see in your history books. But this is the actual sanctuary here. So I'm gonna do like a panoramic view so you can kind of see here. So you'll see all the founders up here. I'm gonna step back so you can see a bigger picture of the sanctuary. Right? You can see it behind me, right? I want y'all to pay attention to that. The pictures are listed just like ancient Hebrew, reads from right to left. So the first pastor, which is his name is Reverend Andrew Bryan, 1812. You see how it is? It goes from right to left, right to left. All right. So you see it. That's him up at the top here. All right. Now I want you guys to get a look at the pulpit. I'm gonna turn so you can see the pulpit. Man, look at this. I'm standing in the pulpit, so you guys can get a full understanding of what you see. Right, all the way at the top there, you see an old. I'm gonna point to it here. You see an old pipe organ. All right, all the lighting that you see here, everything is original. All right, let me take you on a tour here real quick. I'm gonna take you on a tour just real quick, show you a little bit of history that you won't the history books won't tell you about. All right, you can see it all around me, behind me, the original lighting fixtures and everything. All right, I want y'all to see this history here. Look at this history. Look at the lightings. I see the original lightings. Look here. All right. I want y'all to just look at the original writing here. Now I'm going to go upstairs again so y'all can see the pews. All right. Because I want y'all to understand this history that is hidden from us. And even now, and I'll talk to you more about it, about some of the things that people are trying to do to change the history, the writings of these pews, trying to reclassify them. All of a sudden, they're trying to classify it, try to come up with a whole nother way of trying to express what these writings are. But we'll talk about that, but let me show you here. All right. Now I'm up at the where the pews are. Now I'm gonna get down on the floor so you can see here. I want you guys to see here. Here's one of the pews. Do y'all see that? That is one of the pews. Let me show you another one of the pews. This is the information that they want to blot out. This is the information that they don't want us to know about. It's a lot of history here that many of us have no clue, about the Underground Railroad being here. And we're going to go downstairs and I'm going to show you a little bit of that. But I wanted to show you again. These are the pews right here. These are the pews. These are the pews. Look at the writing. Look at the ancient writings. These are writings from our ancestors back in the 1700s, the 1800s. How is it that our ancestors back in 1773 was writing in the Hebraic language at a time where so Hebrew supposedly was redeveloped or rediscovered back in 1855? How were they able to do this? All right. Let me make sure I don't leave my keys here. Let me take you to another piece here. I'm still upstairs. Let me show you here. Let me show you some more of these writings here. Look at here. Look at these writings. Look at these writings. Let me show you another pew here. Look at these writings. See, the enemy, the system of man, want to erase these landmarks that I'm showing you. They don't want us to know about these things. Why? Because then once we start understanding who we are according to the scriptures, now we start getting a full understanding of what salvation is. Salvation, Christ even pointed out, the scripture points out a restoration of Israel's heritage. What is heritage? Land, family, and tongues. That's Genesis chapter 10. Right? Land, family, and tongues. Language, Lashon. Now let's see the language here again. All right? See, history will tell us that our ancestors were what? Illiterate. No, it just means that they didn't speak the English language. They were very literate, all right, as you can see here. See, when you hear the term, for example, massa means oppressor, all right? Not what we were thinking. We were thinking that, hey, the slaves, when they say massa, they speaking a broken language. No, they're not speaking broken English. They actually were speaking what? Hebrew, but massa means oppressor. Let me show you one more thing here. I'm closer to the pipe organ, right, that was dedicated to this place. Let me show you here. There's that pipe organ right here behind me. A closer look to that. All right? But let me show you one more of these pews. And I hope this helps someone. Let me show you another one. I'm going to sit down here. See, it's all on the pews. Let me show you again. Let me show you again. Here's another pew. So I just want you to see for yourself. You know, I want you to see for yourself. And my wife, she has just really been blessed by seeing this, but I want you to see for yourself, people. I encourage you, come out to this place. Come out to this place. This is a bookmark that our ancestors made it a point to leave behind a breadcrumb that no one to this day can erase, no matter how much they try to erase it. Try to erase this. People are trying to erase it right now. They try not to call this ancient cursive Hebrew. They're not trying to call it as it is, ancient cursive Hebrew, and some actually classified it as ancient Aramaic, right? But now the agenda is trying to classify this as Arabic. This is not Arabic. I'm saying that to you so that way you guys can understand. They are trying to erase history right now. So I want to bring my wife here. Let me get my wife so she can say something. Hey guys, this is my wife right here. Can you just tell me your thoughts real quick?
Oh, this has been a wonderful, wonderful experience. Just to know that there is some place that can solidify who we are is always a blessing. And I think everyone even that teaches the classes here have such a wealth of knowledge for the people. So if ever you get an opportunity, please come out and visit this place. It's an awesome, awesome blessing.
And Elder, can you just share with them real quick about what we were talking about how they're trying to reclassify the writings here, and even, there's hidden agendas trying to change this history?
It is. And this is what happens when we as a people begin to find out who we are and to stand firm in it, that the enemy always wants to come and try to dilute or to shift and change what God has already put in place. But we're not going to let that happen.
So I just want to let y'all hear from my wife's mouth as well, that there is an agenda trying to rewrite and reclassify this history here. So I'm saying this again, guys. This place right here is history. It's history. Now all of a sudden, it's not just history, it's your history. It's my history. It is the proof that we are Hebrews. We're Hebrews. And this is the fulfillment of the scriptures, Ezekiel 37. Because there's a resurrection that's happening, a revival that's happening with the Most High God's people. And the enemy is going to do anything that he can to suppress it. So I wanted to just jump out here, just give you guys a little glimpse of what we're seeing here. My wife is seeing it for the first time. Matter of fact, I'm going to ask her one quick question again. Elder, can you just share with them about how you feel about, your moment you came in here, and how did you feel? What was going on?
Well, of course, it's going to be a sense of godly pride when you walk in and you can experience something that was built in a time where we were oppressed. And even when you walk in, just to know that when I say being well built and able to withstand, anytime they, even in some of their teachings of talking about the hurricane that happened in the late 1800s and how it took off the top of the steeple, which was made to be hundreds of feet high, because they were using that as a lookout point for those that were trying to find the Underground Railroad. And knowing that was taken off once they had a huge hurricane, but everything else still standing. And from what I even understand, that there have been a lot of natural disasters that have happened in this area. But even with all those natural disasters, if you can see the place, if you can see how it's well built. I know Pastor probably showed you pictures of the organ. It really is amazing and awe-inspiring. So when you first come in, the only thing you can do is just quietly look around and reverence what the Most High God did and used our people to do. So it's a blessing.
Amen. So what would you say to those that haven't been here yet?
The only thing I can say is you have to come and see for yourself. It's one of those things that even being here, and I had an opportunity to sit in on the class that Miss Karen taught that had some middle schoolers, and predominantly of the schools that came, it were predominantly Caucasian. And so it just lets us know, and even though it's an older class that's down there now of seniors, that was there, and they're all Caucasian. So it just lets us know that we as a people, we're not even finding out what the Lord has blessed us with in our heritage. And this is where we come at, however you do it, whether you're going through the congregation, whether you're going through your families, whether you're getting together with groups, whatever it is, it's imperative that we come and visit these type of places so that our generations can see just what our ancestors did, because otherwise they will never know. And it's unfortunate because even a handful of melanated young people that were here, I kind of saw them leaning over to the side and kind of falling asleep, and I said that's all because of not getting what they need as far as understanding who they are and understanding the importance of legacy, the importance of heritage. So I just implore anybody, I'm pretty sure we're not that far away from here, so we can all make it a point to at least come and to see what the Lord has done. Amen.
Amen. Amen. So there you have it. For some of you guys, for the first time, you're hearing my wife speak. But she gave some great points, and it can be very discouraging when you see that most people know about this but us, and the few that have come not really appreciating the bookmark, the altar that our ancestors left behind. Right? When you understand the word altar, matzbayak, or matzbayak, that's what I just said, matzbayak, I'm sorry, matzbayak, or some would say mitzbayak, right? It means to slaughter. Right, so what was our ancestors building this altar, so to speak? What did they want to slaughter? They wanted slaughter the ignorance. They want to slaughter the misunderstandings about who we are. They want to slaughter the perceptions of what the world has been teaching about us being uneducated, us being illiterate. They wanted to destroy all of that, but our ancestors built this so that way we have a place that we could come back to and show who we are. It withstood the test of time. It withstood every type of hurricane, every type of war. It withstood this test of time, and is still standing today. So I can talk about it, but it's even better if you guys come and see what it's about for yourself. So I'm going to post some more information about this, but come on down, all right? But nevertheless, just want to take a little time out with you guys. I'm going to get some more time in here, spend with my wife here, but just want to get some time here so you guys can see for yourself and share this with others, all right? But nevertheless, be blessed. Shalom.